All right, welcome back, everybody. I just wanted to take you guys through a little tutorial of some of the tools that I use to rate Mooncats. Obviously, we know that there's a lot of rating metrics that go into this, as I've gone over in previous videos. So I just wanted to go over some of the tools that I use to help gauge the state of the market, what cats are rare, where the trends are, and everything and so forth. So we'll make this quick and accessible. So obviously, first up, the most popular OpenSea, as it shows the volumes right off the bat. We can see that Mooncats are in a clear uptrend. You see the volume bars. This is the average price. So you can see it's increasing. Today is September 1st. We're on a little bit of a dip. As you can see, it is what we call wheat season, right? All the bids are being accepted because people are capitulating for whatever the reason is. The floor is much higher than it was a few weeks ago. So this just comes with the game as we see volume keeps increasing. One of the first tools that I ever came across, this goes way back into March, once Mooncats were being rediscovered. There was literally no tools for anything, for rating metrics. Unless you had the ability to read Etherscan to understand the mint number, there really wasn't much. So one of the first things that really popped up and came into fruition was degen data. I'm not sure, degen data right here. So he has a big Twitter account. This goes and shows, again, average prices. You could kind of track and see what buyers, who's buying the most. And as it shows on here, for the properties of the Mooncats, you can see a lot of it's really distributed. That's kind of what's a turnoff for some people, because it's not your typical profile picture avatars that has the basic rating numbers and it's easy to dissect. Here, you have to look more into it because it's a historical project. So as you see, the eye patch and these pie charts are pretty equal. Stripe, the tabbies are the rarest. When it comes to the expression, pretty similar. Looks like the right has a little bit of an advantage to the facing. Colors are pretty evenly distributed. And then the stance is pretty evenly distributed, with sleeping being the rarest and pouncing being the highest at 30%. Here it also shows the sales that have been happening. And I believe on here you can actually switch between the wrapped and the acclimated is somewhere that exists in here. So degen data, pretty good tool. The second tool that I use, which most people are very familiar with, is Mooncap Pro, created by Dan, who's a community member and a mod within the Discord. As you see, Pondaware endorses it. They actually work together on this to come up with some of the rarity metrics. We'll use one of my cats. We'll use the 2020 cat, so 5756. It's pretty easy to use. You just type in the number, and this also works for wrapped cats as well, or the unofficial one. So when I type in 5756, the one on the left is mine. This is the acclimated. The one on the right is probably 5756 for the unofficial wrapped. So I'm going to click on this one. So you'll always get two. As you see, there's badges that pop up. There's the rescue order, the rescue year. You can see 2020, litter size, and then trait rarity rank. This is something that I've seen a lot of new entrants using. I think it's because they're familiar with it, as I mentioned, with the profile pictures and a lot of the 2021 avatar drops that's of 10,000. They have something very similar to this. So some of these have been receiving a premium. Obviously, with 2020, there's only 3 of them. So that's just an amplifier. We'll use another cat just for heaven's sake. So we use Mooncat number 10 on here just to show that there's a few. So 10, as you see, this one's the unofficial on the right, the acclimated on the left. Damn did a good job because there's a lot of badges on here. You can get like a pure badge, day 1. This one's in the low mint, so number 10 mint. You could see the statistical rank, and you can, forgot to mention, you could go back and forth between statistical rank and trait rarity. There is a various difference, which if you go into the interview with Pondaware, Midnight Lightning explained the difference between these two. So there is the trait rarity. One of the other ones, also on this as well, There's some cool trait lists, which you can see breaks it down. Genesis 96, the rescue years as it shows 3365, and it becomes more minuscule until the rediscovery. The colors, I think this is pretty cool. It shows you the distribution with what would be the rarest color. Was that green? It looks like 7.48. Yep, the pale inverted patterns, the expressions, so this is a lot of things that we saw in the degen data with the facing, but this is, and shows you the twin sets. So ones that have the same expression, the ones that have the same pattern, the clones, like I said, these are visually identical. Twins are those who share the same pose. And where's the mirrors? The mirrors up here somewhere, or maybe this one's supposed to say mirrors. Oh, mirrors right there, yeah. And then twins are those from the same litter with the same expression. So same pose, so expression, pose, and clothes are very identical. Then they have the badges. And so thank you, Dan, for creating this. Another one that is referenced pretty often is Dune Analytics. So Plainview Research, you can follow him on Twitter. This is a very comprehensive list. It shows you the wild mooncats that still exist. So these are the unwrapped mooncats. These are all that were rescued. So there's 25,440. So I'm not sure where the missing is. Maybe they were claimed of some sort. So here's the acclimated total, 15,000. The wrapped has been decreasing heavily. At one point we had like 8,000 wrapped. So the number, as the further this number goes down, the more likely it is that mooncats are there to succeed. Boutique volume, which is really cool. We don't have anything of this yet. So if you want to look at boutique volume, this is where you want to go. 7-day volume, 17 ETH in boutique. That's actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. So this is the first day, July 7th. We saw 66 ETH in volume. Wow. And then just drastically came down. I think it's because when I dressed Darth Kitty, I was trying to get any day one accessory onto that cat because I think over the long term, it'll provide a lot of value. As we see, it starts picking up a little bit more. I think ultimately over time, this is going to explode once we get some designers into the space, some Louis Vuitton-like people. Unique owners. This is something that I tweet pretty often. 6,400 unique owners across the unwrapped and both wrapped ones. So that, what just happened? So 6,400, out of 25,000, I would say that's probably one of the strongest communities across all NFTs. Like, I'm not sure how many more. CryptoPunks is around 3,000 and Bored Ape, I think, is around 5,000. So this is cool too to see the history. This was on the re-rescue day, showed how many cats were rescued across time. This is across the website. And then when you go a little farther down, look at this. This is the day of rediscovery. So almost 5,000 people were trying to get in on that rescue attempt. 4,000 attempts failed, it shows, and 25,000 rescue attempts. So a lot of gas fees were paid, and there was a lot of fees lost. Acclimated. So this was the ticker countdown, which was pretty cool, from the unofficial wrap to the acclimated, which we passed pretty heavily. So thank you, Dune Analytics, for doing this. Like it said, it's a really comprehensive statistics and analytics. He even has some historical moments, which he hasn't updated recently, but that's, I guess, where I come into play. Cat 20, which I've covered in other videos. These are the two pools that are on NFT 20 for the liquidity pools. Give Virtual Oil a follow. He does a really good job. Another one is for the character cats. VidPet did a really good job on creating a chart to display the subjectivity of character cats, which was something that was constructed by the community, and it just shows different value. Again, all of this is completely subjective. Garfield and Cheshire Cat have both had a various amount of hues and colors throughout their appearances on TV. So this one is literally beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So then we have Pink Panthers, and these are the 5 top character cats. There are more than that. The community kind of just picks up on them and runs with the narratives. Some recent ones we've seen is like Gutter Garfield and Watermelon Cats, which are like green tabbies. They also appear, and the gutter Garfield's like the orange tortoise. So there's a more comprehensive chart somewhere around here. A tool and a website that some others like to use, but I don't personally use, which I'm not trying to FUD them. I'm just haven't found a lot of value into this website, but some like it, is Rarity Tools. I know it's really good for some other ones, but there's a few errors on this. First day is this, they have it as 587. It's actually 491. And the first 100. Also, we could cross check and see if the rarity metrics are even right. So this says trait rarity 1, 2, 3, but as I showed you guys on here, when we're looking at the Mooncap Pro website, which is supported by Ponderware, I showed you guys that my cat 50, where is it? Yeah, there it is. 5756 is actually number 3 in trait rarity. And on here they have this cat as number 3 trait rarity. And then if we go to statistical rarity, I'm not sure if that's right either. Maybe they just ranked the Genesis cats first, so I could be mistaken. Some like to use this website. Like again, I'm not fudding it. It's just I prefer Mooncat Pro myself. Also to track the NFT 20 liquidity pools, which is this is something that I actually follow, because this shows me the absolute bottom of the market, the absolute floor. Like if you're listing lower than this on OpenSea, like you're not going to make it, fam. Like I'm sorry. We're pretty close to finally training the Bayou, which is the wrapped cats. So 0.8 for wrapped cats for the unofficial one, and then acclimated is at 0.85, which these are tied to OpenSea. And I think there's other few metrics that are qualified in it with it as well. So I go over to Dex Guru and we could see this is MCAT 20. So this is the chart for wrapped Mooncats, right? So over here it says again 0.8. You can see the history on here. This is the day of rediscovery. So this was March 14th. The cats were rediscovered March 11th. Probably should know that. March 10th, March 11th, March 12th. It depends on when you agree is rediscovery from the first tweet or from when everyone just went ham on March 12th. But then this pool was opened up on NFT 20 on March 14th. Then you see it's just massive decline because everyone's trying to sell these cats that they got for free. And then we were in a accumulation phase, and now we're back on our way up. Today we're retesting that first starting spot with that big capitulation. But again, not as many people interact on this one. So I like to follow this one. Maybe I'm biased because it's a nicer chart, because it's pretty much up only. You see here, this is when May 3rd is when this started, but the acclimated wrapper came out towards the end of April. So it took like a month and a half to actually this pool got going. And it was something in the community we were trying to get going for a while, but it was really tough when the floor was down to 0.08 at one point, and people were very fearful, but still committed to the project. So as we see accumulation, now we're going up, and this is price in ETH, by the way, both of them are. As we see go up, see the push, come back down for the correction. We took 2 different stabs at pushing really high before recently on this recent run up from August. And now here we are, this Logan Paul buys, Crypto Dog, more content, more notoriety coming up. And now we're briefly on a correction, but everyone's fearful. But look at this. Look how high we are. Like this is a 0.85 floor. We're doing really well, guys. So these are some of the tools that I like to use, but the most important tool that you guys should all be a part of is the Discord. Like there's so much information in here, guys. There's alpha consistently. The general chat is going off. We even got bids that are going on, even though the render of the image is down at the moment. But you could go up here to community tools, and there's some charts that are from before. There's a community buying guide, index funds. But as of yesterday now, shout out to Justin Trimble. He is the one who created the Discord upon rediscovery. He just passed off the keys to Ponderware, so they're officially running the show now. So there's going to be some more updates on this. And as you see, there's a lot of stuff that's in here. You could track the price, sale bots, buy and sell channels, support. Midnight Lightning is very active, and Pause are very active in here to help answer any questions or any errors. This is the cuddle game, cat owners. This is some alpha. If you verify with a green name over in Cattery, then you get access to some of these other channels, which are going to be popping up. So maybe I'm supposed to show you guys that, maybe I'm not. And then as you can see on here, there's even more. Pause posted this pretty recently. There's some tutorials. See, 8/28. So it was like 3 days ago. The Mooncat Community website, I'll click on that after this just to show you guys, which is also a good tool. We have the Twitter accounts of Ponderware, of course, Mooncat Community, which has the acclimator, Etherscan. So as we know, Mooncats are the first generative project on Ethereum. So there's still a lot of questions. It could be very technically intensive at times. So they do the best job to explain everything. Even Mooncat Zero, which is considerably the rarest cat, the first one ever minted, has its own Twitter channel. But here are some of the things that you need to understand for some of the rating metrics, right? When the 2017 cutoff, 2018 cutoff, 2019, 2020, and then some of the mint numbers and mint dates. See, 491 is day one, 903 up to 903 is the first 2 days, first 3 days, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 1568 is the first week. So if you could get a week one cat that actually has a lot of value, then it kind of goes down to the top 1,000, and then the first day, and then the low 100. And as you go higher and higher, or lower and lower technically in the numbers, you become more valuable. And that's why I say that the low mints are extremely undervalued right now. There was a low mint that was purchased. I think I still have the highest one. There might have been a 38 ETH purchase for cat number 21. And then you have a Genesis cat that was bought at 160. So to me, that 1 to 4 value is just like extremely off, considering there's 96 Genesis cats and 16 Genesis cats within the top 100. But then you only have 10 or 11 within the top 10. And then there's the various combinations that are within that as well. So let me come up here and talk about Mooncat Communities. This is actually a website that I missed. So we'll come over here and talk about this for a second. Mooncat Community. Oh, wow, that's a new addition right here. Got milk. You could come in here and there's a lot more information. There's, I think, some tutorial guides. You have the boutique up top, the acclimator, build with Mooncats. It has the dApp developer, play with them. And then you have some of the press, Red K Ventures. This is the GMC 24 fractionalization of 24 Genesis cats. I think this was a report from somebody. So they're continuing to update this every day. So I just wanted to go through and show you guys, this is some of the stuff that I use when rating Mooncats, but obviously most active in the Discord, as you should be. Now with Ponderware at the helm of it, we'll probably see a lot more marketing towards it, more entrants, which therefore increases more activity, more alpha, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the story. It's weed season, throw some bids out. Everyone is capitulating on some NFTs. So if I missed anything, then comment below. Let me know what you guys think of the Cat Dad series so far. Has it been helping you? Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, help me get to 1,000 subs so that I could do some live streams, some all kinds of cool live streams, like live streams on the go, and all that other fun stuff and fun jazz. So once again, this is Cat Dad tuning out. I'll see you guys next time.